Stellenbosch is known for some pretty remarkable things. World-class wine, beautiful mountains, one of the best universities in Africa, and not to mention that it's an absolute hub for businesses and startups. We have some of the most incredible businesses with some of the most memorable names. I mean, you can just think of a few. And so one of the things when I spoke to somebody in town, this is not my tag, but this is what somebody said to me. If there are two things that I would describe Stellenbosch as, it is that it's got good grapes and good grades. Those are the two things that really define this town. Good grapes and good grades. You see, on the one hand, the good grades speak of the potential that exists here. Businesses, students come here to further their career, to further themselves, to get an education. Young entrepreneurs and people in the marketplace come here for all sorts of opportunity and all sorts of ventures that could potentially come from being in this town and being connected to certain people in this town. And so there's a lot of opportunity here. That's what the good grades speak about. And then you have the good grapes. The good grapes speaks about the landscape. It speaks about the beautiful vineyards, the mountain views. I mean, you could stand at any high point in this town and just look down into the valley and see everything that this place holds. And so on the one hand, it's this place where people come to make it big, and at the very same time, it's this place where people come to just rest. And that's the beautiful thing about this place. It offers both those things. The guy who wants to make it big and the guy who absolutely doesn't want to make it big at all. And it offers everybody something because it's that place that's just sweet spot in the middle. That sweet spot in the middle. And those are absolutely good gifts, absolutely gifts, because I tell you why they are great, because they shape the culture of this town. It's what makes Stellenbosch, the university, the vineyards, the landscape, the people coming here in all their diversity and cultural beauty that it gets expressed all in this little town. But here's a question I want to ask you. What happens when the grapes run out? Or the good soil that produces the grapes just isn't good enough. Or the grades just isn't enough. You see, as a student, you come here and you think that the grades is going to be everything. When the grades is everything, some of you don't even have an identity apart from the grades. What are you when somebody asks you? You stumble through because you're studying for something and you hope that thing would define who you are. Some of you have already got the grades and you got that big check account. You got that big paycheck that the grades produced for you. You've got the wife, you got the house, you got the car. Maybe you're single, you just bought your new flat, and that's what an education has bought you. And then somehow you still feel that is not good enough. And so I want to say to you that perhaps what Stellenbosch needs more than anything is not good grapes, is not good grades, but actually good news. Not just Stellenbosch, what about you? You see, people come to this town with a lot of ambition. Students come here chasing a degree, entrepreneurs come here, wanting to find that idea for that amazing business, wanting to get investment for that amazing idea. People who are in the marketplace come here to come and can find a job opportunity. And there's lots around here. I mean, you just need to see the traffic around 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon. Parents try to give their kids everything they can possibly give. I think I spoke to a dad from Cootersville, and he just downloaded on me how he left school in Standard 9 because he had to go and help out the family, and he had to go and work on one of the farms, the local farms here. And now his little girl, he's in Cootersville, and so he got the opportunity to let his little girl go and study at one of the local schools, one of the best high schools in this town. And he is so proud of her, and he's so happy that she could get some education, and hopefully this is going to be a stepping stone for university and whatever else the Lord has for his little girl in store. And I couldn't remember, just the one word that came to mind as I was thinking about this, that came to memory, was this little word. As I was listening to this dad, and I listened to many other similar stories like that, is this little word called pressure. Pressure. The pressure to succeed, the pressure to belong, the pressure to keep up the image that everything is going well. And as a church planter coming to this town for the first time, I know all about the pressure to succeed, the pressure to belong. I know all about that pressure. And you know what the good thing about community is and small town is that we have people around us who can come and speak into our lives in the midst of the pressure. You can give us beautiful advice. But you know, the problem with advice is that it often sounds like this. It's twofold. Number one, it turns you to look deeper into yourself. That's the thing with advice. Advice says try harder. Advice says be better. Advice says improve yourself. Advice says be your best self. When in reality, you know, we've tapped out ourselves. We have tapped out ourselves because you see, the thing with advice is it assumes something about you. And the thing that it assumes is that it assumes that you got something left in the tank to give. As a matter of fact, many of us have nothing else to give. As a matter of fact, many of us have turned to the grapes in order to deal with the pressure. Whether you're a farm worker, or whether you're a farm owner, or you're a parent in the midst of a terrible divorce, whether you're just a kid trying to make it on the university scene, and when Wednesdays and weekends hit, you turn to the grapes because the pressure is just too much. And so we need something. We need something more than good grapes. We need something more than good grades. You see, and this is why the Christian message is so radically different from what most people assume it is. You see, at the heart of the Christian message is not be better. The heart of Christian message is not try this list of things from God, and if you do those things, I am going to give you my blessing, and if you don't, I'm going to withhold my grace. I'm going to withhold my goodness. I'm not going to show you a part of my love and righteousness and goodness because you don't meet the mark. That's why Christianity is so different. It's not a set of rules, but it is news. It is the message that God sees our brokenness. He sees our anxiety. He sees the pressure and the striving. And instead of telling us, try harder, do better, or else, He says, I have come to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. And that is what Christians call, why Christians call the gospel good news.